Gemini Risings October 2022 is an extremely fun month, it looks like. You're having a really awesome time, and then end of the month, reality check. If you're excited to see what's coming up for you this October 2022, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you are always up to date with what the stars have in store for you. Hi, I'm Maren, I'm an astrologer, and in this video I'm using the tropical zodiac within whole sign houses as I practice mainly Hellenistic Greek astrology. So this whole month, Saturn in your 9th house is squaring Uranus in your 12th house, showing that some mature actions or dedication that you're putting into getting a degree or your educational path, or working towards a travel plan that you're really having to work at and put a lot of effort into. It's having some difficulties because of your mental health or sudden mental instability that is making it difficult to put in the effort for a degree or plan a big trip. Then from the 1st to the 3rd, Mercury in your 4th house is opposing Neptune in your 10th house. So communicating about home and family matters could be muddied or made difficult by lack of clarity in your career. Then on the 1st, Venus in your 5th house will oppose Jupiter in your 11th house. This is really beautiful for all things fun. Venus has its joy in the 5th house, meaning that it prefers being in the 5th house more than any other house. Venus being love, pleasure, appreciation, and the 5th house being dating, sex, creativity, kids, so it can get along well. And opposing Jupiter in your 11th shows that you're having a lot of fun with a lot of friends. It could be that you're dating someone, so you're really enjoying that. Could be that you're dating a lot of people. Could be that you're going on a bender early on. Like the Venus-Jupiter opposition on the 1st looks like you're starting the month off in a metaphorical or actual bender. Then on the 2nd, Mercury is stationing direct in your 4th house. Mercury retrograde in your 4th house of home, family, and living situation show that there could have been miscommunications or difficulty in clarity in making plans around family or living situation. Now that Mercury is direct, things in your life overall should be much easier given the Mercury rules, such as myself, who's a Virgo. We tend to have a more difficult and are more sensitive to Mercury transits when they're retrograde, and going direct have it easier. Then on the 6th to the 7th, Mercury in your 4th house will trine Pluto in your 8th house. Looks like communicating with your family or people that you live with about property or living situation is benefiting you financially. Like you might be talking about inheritance or property that you're sharing, and there's a lot of focused diligence getting done. On the 9th, there is a full moon in your Aries 11th house. A letting go, an ending, or a celebration, a kind of opening up of something very public that you might be releasing with a group of other people. This is a really positive, really lighthearted kind of party full moon. It's very extroverted and very social, so I'd be surprised if you weren't doing something social or having a party or something around the 9th. Then from the 9th to the 15th, Mars in your 1st house is squaring Neptune in your 10th house. So likely you're finding that you're being very aggressive, assertive, and driven in your own life. You're kind of in this villain era, but your career or people that you work with are making that difficult in a, they're being unclear, they're being dishonest, they're not letting you know what your career details are. So you might be finding that there's some issues and you really going for it in your life because you feel like they're tiring you or confusing you. On the 11th, Mercury enters your Libra 5th house, so more communication and planning is joining your 5th house of all things fun. Dating, romance, kids, gambling, just having fun in general. And there's a lot of planets in your Libra 5th house now. So from the 11th to the 14th, the Sun and Venus there are trining Saturn in your 9th house. Looks like your creative project or the person that you're dating is really supporting you to be diligent about your degree or what you're working towards in your travel plans. Then from the 17th to the 19th, the Sun and Venus are trine Mars in your 1st house. So this person that you're dating or your creative efforts are helping you go after more of what you want, and you're putting a lot of effort into supporting them as well. And finally, from the 19th to the 26th, the Sun is conjunct Venus, first in your 5th house and then in your 6th house, and then move into Scorpio, showing that you go from creativity and fun and a lot of partying maybe into suddenly really appreciating getting down to business, focusing on your health and coworkers from the 23rd onward. I will say that within that, on the 19th to the 20th, the Sun and Venus in your 5th house are squaring Pluto in your 8th house. So there could be some manipulation or power struggle around finances with this creative project or the person that you're dating. On the 23rd, like I mentioned, the Sun and Venus enter your Scorpio 6th house. The season is highlighting your 6th house of physical health issues and health routine, day-to-day grind, and also coworkers or pets. And on the 25th, there is a solar eclipse in your 6th house, a large-scale new beginning that sets off a 6-month catalyst for letting go of something that is a new beginning in your 6th house of health or coworkers. So you might set a precedent of no longer engaging in a certain behavior like intoxication or eating something. Because when I see a new beginning that is on the south node, it's a new beginning of letting go of something. So you might be eliminating something for your health, for example. On the 28th, Jupiter is re-entering your Pisces 10th house. So from January until May, there was a big focus on growth in your career. And now you're going back to that and rethinking or just reprioritizing your career after a few months of focusing on friends or networking. And on the 30th, Mercury enters your 6th house, so more communication and more planning to do with your health or coworkers is happening. And finally, on the 30th, Mars goes retrograde in your Gemini 1st house. So this is a major transit for the year, one of the, if not the most important, where you're definitely more assertive and more driven for this last part of the year. And Mars retrograde shows that you're rethinking that and having to overcome some obstacles that might be a hindrance onto your ego or what you're going after, and you're taking that on to rethink the way that you're getting things done. So if you have any thoughts, any predictions, or anything you want to share about what's coming up for you this month, feel free to leave that down below. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. The tarot card that we have for Gemini Risings is the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So the Nine of Pentacles on its own is a card of gain. It's a card of being efficient and really picking up speed. With this reversed, it shows that, whoa, 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 remix, rewind, I'm not being efficient. So I think that with Mars going retrograde in your 1st house, you are rethinking how to be more efficient with your energy and efficient with how you're managing your time and your resources and your health. Big like re-optimization energy from you at the end of this month in particular. I hope that a lot of this is welcome news or fits in with your plans for this October already. If you haven't already, I would love to have you subscribe. I see a lot of you have not subscribed yet, and I would love to have you join the, I think we agreed on marinara sauce as our name. I don't know, I'm okay with it if you're okay with it. Anyway, take care, and I will see you in the next one.